Welcome to Barre, guys. It's good to see you. Happy New Year. And let's get going, shall we? I'm going to be really optimistic and just take this right off. It's going to be really optimistic. All right, here we go. Good. We're going to start up here just so that we can get warmed up, and then we're going to quickly be down there. Yeah? Good. Here we go. Reach over, pull back, over, pull back. Really reach through that hand like someone's pulling your arm. Don't just like lazily move it through space, like really reach. Good. Little bend in that knee. One more. Here we go, other side. Nice, so really reach through that hand. Stretch, pull back. Stretch, pull back. Good. Ah, nice, up and over, feeling alive. Good, down and down. Good. Let's add a pull. Here we go. Down to your hip, stand up, go again. Other side to your hip. Good. Pulses, here we go. Sometimes it's good to do what you know, right? Again, here we go. Up, down. Here we go. Back to our pulse. Here we go, pulse. Lift this heel. Other side. Good. Legs bend, stand up. Good. We're going to take it around. So take this feet maybe a little bit wider. Here we go. You're going to bend into this knee, taking like you're taking a giant beach ball up and around. Bending into one knee, taking your arm, bending into the other. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Trying to get low in those legs in the middle. Good. Other side, here we go. Down and around. Ooh, just working through those legs. One more. Good. Roll your shoulders back, both heels lift. You can always do one at a time. Try not to have like a forward lean here. Try to keep everything in line, tailbone tucked under. Good. Nice. Alrighty, go ahead and turn to one direction. We're just gonna do them back to back, so no worries. Either way works. Lean forward, arms reach out, bring it in, tap back, in, tap back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together whenever you really pull back. Good, belly button is in. Nice long spine here. All right, extend long, lift and lift. You got it. Lift, lift. Good, keep going. If you need it, the chair's right here maybe for you. One more. Good, awesome. Just going straight to the other side. You can just switch legs. You don't have to walk all the way to the other end of your mat. Here we go. Arms reach long. Pull back and tap. Pull in and tap. Good. Again, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Almost there. All right, extend long and lift up and up, up and up. Little squeeze, little lifts. One more. Good. All right, go ahead and stand it up, shake it out. We're gonna do a little bit more to warm up our back before we go down to the ground, because we're gonna do a ton of ab work. Yeah, okay. So some good mornings, as they call them sometimes. Feet are parallel, so right underneath your hips. Hands can be on your hips. As you begin to lean forward, try not to let your hips go backwards, and then come on back up. So nice flat back here. So the tendency is to send our butt back as we come forward. Try to keep your butt over your hips, your hips over your ankles. And come back up. So it might feel like you're slightly falling forward. That's okay. We're using our back muscles here. What we want to be doing. Okay, make sure you're still breathing. Good, keep going. This time you can take your arms out to the side or you can leave them on your hips, up to you. Just adding a little bit of a longer lever. And then coming back up. Nice. One more, just like this. Ooh, might really feel like you're leaning forward. That's okay. All right, so arms can stay here. Come back here. Where the hardest one is up by your ears. Last set of them. All right, whenever you're ready. This is really hard. Oh, but you got it. Trying to stay in control. Again, trying to not let those hips go back. It's okay if they do a little bit, but you're just trying to not let them, right? One more. Good, kind of wiggle it out, do whatever you gotta do. All right, side to side, just let it go, release. Nice. We did all those pulls, so we're just gonna take one static stretch before we get down to the ground. You should be at least a little bit warmed up. I'm not saying you're hot yet, but warmer, right? Good. All right, take arms reach up. Cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale back up. And exhale, those arms come down. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way down to the ground. All right, here we go. Make sure that there's room for you back there in all the capacities. And then go ahead and lay on down, take your knees with you, and roll side to side a little bit. I know it's kind of early to be massaging out our back, but hey, no time like the present to massage out our back. All right, curl your chin to your chest, and then you're just gonna tap those ankles, and then you're gonna extend those legs long as you extend your arms long, and bring it in, and extend it long. If you tuck your chin to your chest, I think it's a little easier to keep your back glued to the floor, but you can tuck your chin to your chest, let your head come all the way down, retuck chin to your chest. So it's just a different way of engaging. It's good, trust me. You're not missing out by letting your head go down on that extension. Make sure you're exhaling when your knees come in, yes? And if you need to just do your legs, you can do that. If you need to make your legs a shorter lever, you can. So maybe you don't extend them super far. Or maybe you extend them up at a higher angle. It would be easier. Yes? You always have options. Go one more time. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Lay down. Rock side to side. Great. Place your feet on the ground. What would life be without bridges? Hip distance apart. Hands are just down by your side. Good. I'm lifting up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. Now, if you want, you can stay here or you can just lift those arms straight up. Good. All right. Keep your hips up. Arms are up. Knees go wide and tap together. Same with your hands. Good. Both are tapping. Try to keep your hips lifted. You got this. It's like you're squeezing your pecs as well. You can engage a little bit more through there. There's a lot that you can do here. Nice, one more. And lower back down. Ooh. Take those legs up. Good, chin to chest. You can let your head be cradled by your hands. Good, all right, so we're gonna extend long, back up and in. Other leg, extend long, up and in, extend, up, in. Kind of like you're doing a whip stitch here, out, up. I don't know if it actually helps any of you, my sewing references. I swear I don't sew too much, but I'm enough to be dangerous around here. How's it going? Again, if your low back is creeping off the ground, you can either put your hands underneath it, or you can just take that leg at a higher angle instead of straight, like parallel with the ground. Yeah. Awesome. One more should make you even, I believe. If it's two, go ahead and do two. All right, knees come right over your hips. So before they were like in a little bit, this time you're gonna have them right over those hips. I'm gonna let one fall open to the side, same one. So not alternating on these, use the same leg. You can let your head rest down on the ground if you'd like, or you can keep that curled chin to chest action, up to you. Now, say this is like a little easy for you, too easy for you, straighten those legs and extend, yeah? Just try to keep your low back planted on the ground. So you might have to go slower, but you got this. All right, and if you want, hands can be down by your side, maybe, or out to, ooh, that'll kind of crush my arm right there. Or you can take them out to the side and take both at the same time. What? Now your back will creep off the ground once your other leg goes with. That's called, that is just what it is, all right? If you want to do both legs, you can do them with your knees bent. Yes? But we're trying to keep those knees over our hips. Don't let them come forward, because then that'll make it a little too easy for y'all, I believe. One more. Good. All righty. Hands can stay by your side or they can be right under your hips. So remember these like little needle threads that we did? We're gonna do that, but with both legs. So feel free to stick with one leg if it feels better, or two. Here we go. Out, up, bend, out, up, re-bend. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Remember, you can always drop down to just one leg. You can always curl your chin to your chest. As long as you're what? Breathing. Core should be starting to fire up right about now. One more. Good. Alrighty. And then start with those bent legs. So I have to clear my TV over here. All right. Arms can be out to the side. It's probably the best thing. And then just letting your other knee drop open to the side. Again, try to keep those knees over your hips, not closer in. And again, if this is too easy for you, you can always do from straight leg. Ooh, there's the wall. Keep going. I have to flex my feet so that I don't hit my wall. No, it's totally optional. You can flex or point. Point just looks prettier, right? As long as your feet are engaged, you're going to get some good results here. Don't want to be lazy with those feet. Good. And once you're like, oh, this is feeling easy again, you can try both legs. Remember, you can go straight legs or you can go from bent legs. And you just want to make sure that you're being safe. So how do we be safe? How do we know what that means? So you're going to feel your abs engage and you want to be able to bring those knees back up. So you may not be able to go as far. That's okay. With time, it'll come. The more you do this, you just want to feel like, oh, I mean, you know, it may be more of a struggle than I'm up for to get my legs back from that position, then that's a little too far. Yeah. So you'll find more range of motion probably with your bent knees, but you know, it's whatever you want to do today. There's no right or wrong. As long as you're making it challenging for you and trying to be safe. All righty, legs back up. Oh yeah, we're not done with those legs yet. All right, little pulses, here we go. Crossing under, over. Ooh, these quads, they're alive. They're awake. All righty, a little bit of a change. You're gonna maybe let those legs rest. All right, coming back up. So my feet were pointing straight on. I'm gonna turn them out slightly. So I should be able to see you should be able to see your ankles, yeah? And you're gonna go out and in. So your heels will tap instead of crossing over. Yeah. Good, breathe. Really getting those inner thighs. Good. How's that feeling? Like $1 million? Well, maybe 100. How's that? Is that more practical? Good. One more. All righty, let's go back to those bridges, shall we? Hands down by your side, heels in line with your hips. Feet in line with your hips. Make sure you're pressing through your whole feet, not rotating to the outside. All right, arms up. Here we go, lifting up and down. Clear my chair. Yes, okay. We did a lot of standing bar last week in case you weren't here. So lots of floor bar today. But also a lot of abs. We got to work on these bad boys. Good. All right, leave it lifted. Here we go. Taking one leg up. Try to keep your hips lifted. This is the hard part. You're going down and up. You can drop those arms by your side. Press into those hands. It'll help get your hips a little higher. Whatever will help, right? Good. If you need to do this with your hips on the ground, you can do that. Otherwise, hips up. Good. One more. Good. Let it go. Ooh. All right. Feet come together. Knees come wide. Heels lift up off the ground. Take your hands behind your head and crunches. Here we go. Up and down. Don't pull on your head, but try to get your shoulder blades off the ground by using your abs. And you want to think about your belly button going in and up. So don't press your belly button out as you come up. Think about sending air out of your lungs, which means that your belly deflates, not inflates. So think about it every time, trying to pull that belly button in and up. One more. Awesome. All right, chin to chest. Again, for this guy, you can stay here, or you can always lay your head down on the ground. Depending on you, how much stress you're holding in your neck is probably going to be that factor. All right, so you're going to take those legs up, tap it down. So just your bottom half is moving. You're tucking your chin to your chest so that your abs are extra engaged. And every time those knees come up, see if you can get your belly button to go further in instead of out. Just your toes are tapping down. Make sure you're breathing. Ooh, they're firing. One more. Awesome. Let it go. Feet find the ground again, shall we? All right, press your hands into the ground, bridges. Here we go. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. Good. Leave your hips lifted this time. Other leg goes up and down, down and up. So to make it a little easier if you want, you can bring, or it's just different, it's not easier per se. You're going to bring that leg just in line with your other one and back down, or you can try to really kick this leg to your face. Try to keep your hips lifted. Again, press into your hands if you need a little extra. No shame in that game. One more. Oh, buddy. All righty. Oh, maybe shake those legs out. We're going to take some of the slower bicycles of your life. Not the slowest, because I've definitely gone slower, but it's going to be great. All right. So this time your knees can come in. Sometimes we don't let them go past our hips, but this time they can come in. You're going to go just super mindfully use your breath. So as you twist, you're going to exhale. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale. So you're only going to go as fast as you want to breathe right now. If you can, touch your elbow to your knee. That would be great. You can breathe loudly and obnoxiously to remind yourself to breathe. Exhale as you twist, remember? You guys are doing great. One more. Nice. Sweet action. Jackson, we're doing pretty good. All right. Go ahead and lay onto your side. Lay onto your side. Turn to your side. You can prop yourself up. Okay, so sometimes, you know, we did this like developpe out. So we're going to do developpe and enveloppe. So all that means, fancily, is you're going to develop up, take it back down, and send it back down. Yeah, so bending our knees both ways. Up, extend, in, and down. Up, extend, in, and down. Good, keep it going. So the fun part about this is that you're trying to see wherever that knee lands. You're trying to keep it there and not let it sink before you let it go back down. So sometimes we bend here and then we have to like straighten out here and then rebend. So try not to do that. Try to have some control. But I realize if your hamstrings aren't that flexible, that's a little hard. But it's just what you're shooting for, okay? So I just want you to keep it in mind. Something to work for. A little bit of a rest for those abs. Just a tiny bit though, because they're still using them. Good, the next time it's up, you're gonna keep it there. So extend and bend, extend and bend. All right, do me a favor, you can stay with this guy. I don't know why it's all male today. All right, or you can flex your foot. This is gonna be harder on those hamstrings. So either way, I feel like when I point my foot, I get it deeper, closer to my butt. And then whenever I flex my foot, I get it more in my calf and a little bit higher on that hamstring or like closer to my knee. So whatever you need to be working. Just think whenever you do something hard, like if you go for a super long hike or you run a longer race than you're used to, like what muscles are sore afterwards. And that clues you into the ones you probably need to work more. So like for me, my calves tend to be sore after I run a really long race. So that just clues me in that I should be doing this with a flex foot to really work my calves more. But if you're like, you walk a lot and then it's your butt that hurts, probably should do this with a pointed foot. So you get more of your butt, like your deep butt muscles, not like the, you know, ones you see. The ones that hurt weirdly later, that's good. All right, extend it up, point your toe down and up, straight legs. Woo! You should feel that all over. So I forgot to tell you, your legs can be at a slight angle here instead of directly beside you. Good. Hold the next one wherever you want, along your foot or leg. Stretch it out. Breathe. Good. Let it go. And then just bend that knee up on the ground. Now take that leg, that bottom leg, straight out behind you and lift it. Here we go. On your toe, you can recline all the way or you can stay on your hands. Flex your foot, keep going. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bend both knees. Alrighty, and then you're gonna take them a little bit further back. So for times we normally are here, you're gonna take them a little bit back more in line with your hips. Yes, and open and close. So this is gonna work into your back more and your hip. If it's a little too much on your back, you can be right here, bringing those knees forward a little bit more. Otherwise, work your back. We want to try to work all your muscles that support your spine. So your front abs, your back, the abs that wrap around your body, not just your obliques, but all of the ones that shoot all the different directions. Your body's pretty cool. You want to Google all the ab muscles. They go like all different directions. So we have to just do really kind of weird things in order to work them. But just know that you're supported and they think that your organs are important. So let's protect those guys with some good muscles. Yeah, some nice body armor around our organs. Good. All right. Lift those feet up off the ground. Here we go. Ooh. One more. Nice. Awesome. Go ahead and flip yourself over. We're just going to do the other side right away before we move on. And I lose what we did. All right. Here we go. I'm already like, wait a minute. All right. So we have our développé and omelette. So bring your leg up, extend, bring it and back down. Remember, our legs can be at an angle here instead of straight out behind us. Just bring those legs at a little bit of an angle. All right, in and up. Good. So remember, we're trying to keep, whenever a knee comes up, we're trying to just extend from there instead of let that knee sink down. Takes a little bit more focus, control, concentration, all the things. Good. All right, leave it up. Here we go. Bend, extend, bend, extend. Remember, try and keep that knee where it's at. Try not to let it move. Mine moves a little bit, so nobody's perfect, but you just want to know what you're trying to do here, right? Gotta have goals. You can flex or point your toes. Oh, yeah, one will be a lot harder for you than the other. You just feel it in different spots. You can alternate between the two if you want. Good. We did a ton of these because I was talking to you, trying to distract you. But I'm not sure I have that much dialogue in me all the time. So you might just have to step through. So good for you, right? Oh man. This feels like really good regret, but not regret. Like, later, you're like, oh, why did I do all that? Oh, because you like it. All right. Ready? All the way down and up straight. Whoa, here we go. Whoa. Hello, leg. You're very much alive. All right. With feelings. I'm pretty sure my leg has way more feelings than maybe my brain, but it's okay. It's still gonna do what I want it to do. That's the important part. Alrighty, grab the next one. Anywhere along that leg you want to grab, or you can grab your foot. Stretch it out. I know it's really hard to stretch after all that. You're like, my leg just wants to collapse. Don't let it. We'll go in about 5 seconds. Good. All right. Let that leg go. Oh, in front. Take the other one back. Remember, you can stay on your hand or you can recline all the way. Here we go. Lifting. Point your toe. Getting a lot of inner thigh today. Not a lot, but being mindful to get it for sure. All right, flex your foot, keep going. A few more. One more. Awesome. Go ahead and roll over onto your stomach. For now, I need to roll over so I have enough leg room. My bad. All right. Here we go. Go ahead and press yourself up. You can either be on your elbows for Sphinx pose, or you can have your hands out a little bit wider for a cobra, version of cobra here. Stretching out your abs. We're not done working them, but it's always good. All righty. And then go ahead and lower back down. You can have your hands so it can be right underneath your face. Okay. And then take your legs as wide as your mat, a little bit wider. So it's almost like if you're on a mat, your knees will come to the edge. And then you're going to bend those knees. I was like, what is that word? Bend your knees. All right, here we go. And you're going to lift one and then lift the other. So once you figure out what you're doing, you can just lay your forehead down on your arms. So you're just lifting your knee up, trying to poke a hole in the ceiling. Good, all righty. So go ahead and let that motion go. We're gonna add on. So remember, you can always come back to step A if you don't like the addition of step B, okay? So you're gonna lift one, you're gonna extend, you're gonna bring it back in and lower. So lift, extend, bend, and lower. Again, you can always drop your forehead down onto your hands once you know what you're doing. Whatever beat you have going on in your head or your house. Lift, straighten, bend, and lower. Alrighty. Whenever you're even, you can drop that motion. We're going to try at the same time. And this may not work out for you, or it may look like pretty sad. Like when I first started doing these, I think like I could barely tell my leg was lifting up off the ground. Of course, now I can lift a lot higher. So, you know, grace is the key word here. So trying to lift both up, extend both, bend both, and down. So if this is like really hard on your pelvis because you don't have much padding, you can always go one at a time. Good, breathe. Try one more. Good, and let it go. Go ahead and bring those feet back into alignment with your hips. Hands are still underneath your face. We're gonna just lift straight legs one at a time. So take it up and back down. Other and down. Up and down. Up and down. Good, just lifting one leg at a time. Point your toes super incredibly so that your kneecap almost hovers off the ground whenever your foot's on the ground. This is really good for your butt. So if your hips tend to kind of bother you, this is a really good way to strengthen your glutes We really can support those hips. So if you never knew that, if your hips really bother you when you walk or run, probably because you need to strengthen your butt more, but I'm sure that happens to none of you because you're all in barre every week, but I'm just throwing that out there. These are really good to help strengthen your butt. Good, when we get back to that first side, you're gonna do little pulses, one leg. Nice high pulses, and then hold. And let it go. Other leg up and pulse. Now, one thing I did not tell you is that you don't want to let your hip creep open to the side. You want to try to keep your hips down towards the ground. Hold. And then let it go. Excellent. Go ahead and press yourself up and back. Knees come wide. Find a child's pose real fast for me. Good. Bring it back to all fours. Anytime we work our butt, inevitably some of it kind of creeps into our back. So stretch that out for you. Alrighty, let's work into our hands. So last time we worked our hands, we did finger push-ups. This time we're just going to go up to our knuckles. So if you need to make it easier, back off. If you need to make it harder, put weight over those wrists. Yeah. So coming up just to the knuckles of your hands and then back down. Lifting up and down, up and down. Now, if you want, two options here. One, you can do this and come all the way up to 10 those fingers and back down like we were doing earlier. Or you can just be on your knuckles. Some people, I am not one of them yet, but I am working on it, can do this from a plank position. You could try it. It takes a lot of strength. So just kind of know where you're at and make it challenging for you. Good, one more. All right, get off your hands, shake them out. Ooh. Awesome, let's come back onto our hands. Walking myself forward a little bit here. All right, taking one leg up, flex your foot, pulses to the ceiling. Good, extend that leg out long. I know that didn't last very long. And then take your other arm out. So bird dog, stay here. Balance is rough today. But instead of normal bird dog where we cross over elbow to knee, we're gonna take elbow into your side and knee up towards your tricep, yeah? So straight lines, here we go. In and out, in and out. Really tucking that elbow in. Knee barely taps your tricep or your elbow. One more, Cameron. Good, extend out. Other side, let's just jump right in, shall we? All right. Take your knee out behind you, your knee. Oh, both hands on the ground. Flex your foot, bend your knee up towards the ceiling. Try to keep those hips squared off to the ground, not letting your hips come open to the side. All right, extend long. Now extend the opposite arm. Here we go. Knee in and out. Elbow to like your rib cage. Good, breathe. One more. Good, and replace. Go ahead and sit up on those knees, shake out your hands. All right, I'm gonna turn so I have more room. Do what you want. All righty. So we're gonna come in and do some very interesting push-ups. I only know certain names for them and I'm not gonna use those here. All right, so whenever you're ready, you're gonna just start with a cat-cow, a gentle cat-cow. So belly drops and then back to the sky. Belly drops and back to the sky. Good. All right, so that's step one. We got our cat-cow, we got that down. Remember, you can always come back to whatever step you were at before if something gets too hard, okay? All right, otherwise we have step two. So you're gonna take your cow, so drop your chest down, bend those elbows, come up and round through cat. Send it back a little bit. Arc through, spine and sky, sorry, words are not working out for me. But hopefully you can watch me and kind of get the gist. So spine goes up as you go back, and then chest drops as you come forward and up. So putting a little bit of a bend in your arms. And this is totally cool. Remember, this is step two, having that little bend in your arms. All right, step three, are we ready? Get pretty fierce doing this. So perch back like you're coming into a child's pose, and then like you're pushing a ball with your nose on the ground, drag that chest through and come up. Arch back and drag your chest through and come up. It can feel pretty good once you get into it. These are like the most fun push-ups you've ever done. Cat-cow push-ups, that's what we're gonna call it. And one more. And then the fun thing, what goes one way, it's gotta go the other way. So we were going back and forward. Now we're gonna go forward and back. So what does this look like? You're gonna let those hips drop, okay? And then you're gonna sneak your butt back and then round up. So you let those hips drop and then sneak your butt back and round up. So that I just showed you the full out version. So again, if you need step A, you're just doing cat-cow. If you need step B, you're just gonna simply come forward, back, and round. So just having a little bit of a bend, you don't have to go all the way down to the ground. Yeah, so you're gonna bend those elbows as you send your hips up and back. So whatever version you got going on, give me a few more of them. Good, maybe one more. Nice. Woo, go ahead and get off those hands, maybe shake them out. All right, cool. You guys did awesome. Go ahead and take one leg forward, take the other leg back. If you have a block, you can put it underneath your hand. Yeah, we're just kind of working to that hip, open up those hips a little bit. Nice. So take the same leg that corresponds with your front leg and just press those hips open to the side. Should feel it. Some very interesting places. Okay, your hip, but ah la la. All right, and let that knee come back into alignment. Step your back foot in so your heel comes down, and then maybe try to straighten your front leg. If it doesn't straighten all the way, that's fine. So breathe. Alrighty, and then bend back into that leg, step your foot back, finding a plank. Good, breathe in your plank. Nice. That same leg that was forward, point your toe, take it back, straight out behind you, little pulses up, you got this. Belly button to your spine. All right, place your toes back down. You can jackknife up into a downward dog to get a little bit of relief, and then step that other foot up. Good, breathe. And then front hand, the hand that corresponds with your front leg, just go and press your knee open, hips can drop down. Back knee can drop down too if you'd like. Good, bring it back up. And then step your back foot in just a little bit so your heel can come down. pyramid pose if you're familiar with yoga. Again, you don't have to straighten your leg all the way if it doesn't work. It's just what you're aiming to do. Good. Rebend that front knee, step it back, finding a plank, and then take that leg up right behind you and little pulses up. If you need to have your knee down on the ground to do these, that's fine. Belly button in towards your spine. Good. Put both feet down on the ground, send it back, downward dog. Good. And then walk those feet up. Inhale, just find a halfway lift here. A little bit of relief. And then fold again. You can shake out your head, yes and no. You need to release a little bit of something. Good. And then bend your knees and roll all the way up. Woo. All right. Welcome to the rest of the world. All right. Let's do some balance before we sign off. Yeah. I can't believe it's almost that time. We are going to stretch too. Okay. Here we go. Just a typical forward, side, back, and together. Good. Forward, side, back, and together. Forward, side, back, and together. Ooh, there's that balance. You can always get higher, right? Or your toes can trace the ground the whole time if that's where you're at. Because it's what? Challenging for you. Good. One more. Nice. Let it go. Awesome. Roll the shoulders back. Here we go. Forward, side, back, and together. Forward, side, back, and together. Remember, just trying to get that leg as high as you can with control. With control would be the operative word here. You can be turned out on that standing foot. Maybe try not to do it while your leg's floating through the air, but it's possible. I just did it. Good. One more. Nice. Let that go. Heels come in, toes come out. Releve. Good. Breathe. Working on our balance. You got this. If you have to come down, come back up. Good. Try to bend your knees, keeping your heels lifted. Excuse me. Arms can be out to the side or forward. And then stand back up. And then rebend. I'm also having to focus on something that's not moving. And back up. Last time. Stand up. And then let those heels come down. Excellent. Shake it out. All right. Hands are on. Stretch it back. Good. Taking one leg up and over. Split it down. And then stand it up, switch it out, other side. Flex your foot that's not on the ground. Good, stand it back up. All right, turn to one side. Take this foot behind you. You can bend your front knee as much as you need to, stretch up and over. Ooh, yeah, stretch out those hips. We use those today. And your arms. All righty, other side, just turn yourself around. Good, stand it on up. You're just gonna go ahead and take these thumbs. Two options, you can take your thumbs wide and look up, or you can interlace your hands behind you, whatever you want. Breathe. Awesome, hands come forward. Side to side, just release anything else that might be lingering tension-wise. Kind of flop around. Flop around. Jump around. But more floppy. All right. Whenever you're ready, let that go. Take one foot behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Nice work, guys. I hope you had fun. You feel better in your body. And I'll see you here next week.